I should probably always start recording early then.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. My entire game of bricks and balls is frozen. My addictive teenage game has abandoned me. How am I going to live?
There, okay.
I'm just gonna turn it on airplane mode because it's all the freaking ads
There.
that lag the game out.
And then auto track. Turn the camera to actually fit my face a bit better. No, stop that. Calibrate.
So,
Okay. Works better without the glasses, admittedly.
let's see here. So, him.
Should I turn on that light? I should probably turn on that light.
See? That could have been a good outtake. We're not even scripting.
So, Nerd, is your Roll20 open?
iPod is so
It's not, because I had to basically kill all signals, so now I'm re-rolling or reloading Roll20.
Hey, re-rolling works.
Re-rolling 20.
I want to re-roll my entire life.
Oh, that's sad.
All right, so now at least you know I have a face. I have a face big thing because it's spazzing out.
But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get us started. So, hello YouTube, this is Metgath here again. We're continuing our Draconic Empire Pathfinder 2nd Edition playtest. I'm joined today by the usual cast, Wolf.
Hello.
Max.
Hello.
And
It's me.
Yep, and Nerd.
Hi, I'm a furry face this time.
I can't see your face on the screen.
So
I think we've all gotten a little bit more eased in with the session. It's not going to be as awkward now, or maybe it'll get more awkward. I don't know.
It'll get more awkward. Trust me.
At least Wolf nailed his entrance line. That's a good start.
So I'm going to be moving people around. There's a few things that we're going to be doing early on. I'm going to be popping over into a different channel in Discord, and I'll be pulling people. I'm going to be pulling Max and Nerd in, just because there's a couple of things. There's a couple of things that we were going to be doing before. Yeah.
Ow.
Oh, and so you were all in the inn.
Yes.
And was everyone done for the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alcus was returning to his room
Okay.
after distributing the gold.
I believe Numston returned to one of the inn rooms to rest up for the rest of the night.
Okay. Same for you, Nerd.
After doing some drinking, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Alcus ordered a drink, like the hardest drink he could get his hands on, and then he just went to sleep or to his room.
So I'm gonna pop down to recording, and then I'm going to be dragging the two of you down one by one, and then I'll drag all of you down, and we'll be good to go.
Woo!
Okay. I'm not sure why when I dragged you down you were muted.
Maybe there's a perm set you have in here.
I don't know. But anyway, so you so when your character retires to his room, what were you going to do?
I was gonna have him kind of finally, like, after he looks around and checks that there's nobody there, like no people that have been experiencing his presence for a while going to bother him. Kind of waits a couple minutes, and then
Mhm.
he's like, "Where the hell am I?" Like I just what happened? Like he begins checking through his stuff. Like he can't remember anything. Like he's kind of having that sudden whiplash that an entire day went by, and this is his first batch of memories. Like he's realizing that he is lacking memories now.
that what the hell have I got myself into moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he pops down his bag and everything, like starts spreading it all out, kind of just basically almost file cabineting through his inventory.
Okay.
Water skins, writing sets, ink and paper. Yeah, I thought I had that before. A backpack, obviously, satchel.
Yeah.
A lot of rations. Where was I going? A scale? What's that for? How does this even work? A compass? I think I know how that one works. A pup tent set up. Oh, that's some pretty fancy clothing. 2 flints and steels, a signal whistle. Okay, mugs, tons of torches. Okay, a climbing kit, hidden, some pints of oil or pints. Bullseye lantern, kind of standard. Some cookware. Yeah, it looks like I was trying to go somewhere. Some random books, and then a book without a title on it. What's this? And of course, now he picks up the book.
Okay. So you lift up the so you pick up the book and you're looking at it. Why is there no title on this?
What is with this thing? Everything else is very clearly defined, but this is just a blank book. This isn't even like the writing papers in book that I have for all that. This is completely different. It looks older.
And
So
One
with
moment.
this,
I'm-
yeah.
this is one reason why why having a webcam is useful, because you can. It's like, what is it with this book? I assume that's what your character is
That's no
doing.
moon. Like that kind of revelation, I guess.
Yeah.
So of course he goes in kind of detailed inspection, and
Okay.
of course that includes opening the book.
Mm-hmm. So he opens the book, and not only is there no title, but the pages are blank. But he knows that there was something. He has this feeling that there was something in it before.
So weird.
But for some
Did
reason, it's
somebody
blank now.
steal? Did somebody steal this book and leave a dud? Like what was this?
You're not sure, but you have a feeling that the book might be important.
Can I roll any sorts of checks to attempt to kind of reason a true or false meaning of the book?
Sure.
What would that be?
Let's see here. Do a wisdom.
Wisdom check?
Yeah.
Rolling it.
You're not really sure what the book is, but you know that it's. You definitely have the feeling that it's important. Um, you've definitely looked at it before, but you're not really sure what the point of the book is. You just know it's something important.
Noticing that, I take the spare feather from my writing kit. I stick it right in the covering of the book, just kind of where the feather peeks out, so I can, in case it was switched out or something, as Alcus is probably kind of theorizing right now. At least he'll know that it could be a dud, it could not be a dud. At least he has this copy.
Okay.
And with that, since this isn't a book with bulk, I'm assuming that this is a lighter book. So he decides to just, you know, open a side of his clothing, stick it in an inner pocket or something. Keep it very close to him for now.
Okay.
As for that, he starts packing everything up, kind of glances at everything, and then he just, decides, screw it, I've got a day tomorrow. I don't
Okay.
know what's going to happen. I don't know where I exactly am. And apparently, if I'm looking at some of the inner stitchings of this, my name is, in fact, Alcus. So I was right guessing that.
Yeah.
And he sleeps.
Okay. So I'm going to send you back up to General, and I'm going to pull Nerd down.
Okay.
So... Oh, yeah. He moved up. Hey, Nerd.
Ah, trying to fix my thing.
Oh.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I noticed your image flickering for a bit.
Yeah. And then I think I got things fixed, mostly. Kind of.
Okay.
Sort of. Yeah. I also got my book. Because I took it part of the way before, and then I didn't bring it the rest of the way. Like an
Okay. So how
idiot.
how big of a thief type rogue is your character?
Not that much. I mean,
One
he's going to be doing a little bit of pickpocketing here and there,
One-
but that's not going to be his primary staple.
1 to 10 on a scale of 1 to 10 for sticky fingers.
I'd say like a 3. Actually, wait. It'll actually partly depend on how I started my character, wouldn't it? Ha 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 ha. Thievery trained.
Which I think is
So-
something that rogues... Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, that'd be something that you picked. Still getting
Yep.
used to the new skills.
So I'd say a 3 or a 4 for
Okay.
sticky fingers.
Because there was that odd light in that one room downstairs.
Yeah.
Just wondering how your character would react to that, because everything else looked like it had been empty for quite some time.
Well, I'm a good character.
True.
And that thing's worth a lot of money. A lot more than what we got paid.
Or at least your character would be assuming it's worth a lot of money.
It's a torch that keeps lit. Of course it's going to cost a lot of money.
Well, your character didn't really look at it, so did he get a good look?
I did go into that room like 2 or 3 times.
You went into the room, you quickly backed out when you realized that the room was lit so the rats could see you, and then you, the dwarf opened the door and he went in, and then you went in and instantly got into combat and then got knocked out.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I went in twice, and I did get to get a decent look at it. I was also panicking because of rats.
So you know that you'd know that there was some sort of lamp down there that was still lit.
The question is, would I go back down there to loot it? Now,
Yes,
the issue
that's
with
what
that,
I'm
of course,
trying to
is the
find
fact that the tavern owner is likely to go back down there
Mm-hmm.
unless he thinks that there's some form of problem. I mean, I could offer to go down there to clean out the rats and then accidentally end up with the lantern.
Yeah, so I'm trying to find out if that's the type of thing your character would do.
It's the kind of thing that he might consider doing.
Mm-hmm.
The question I have for you is, how much of your plot hinges on us taking it?
Not much. It's just an additional little twist I can add in. I didn't hinge my plot on that because I know how many of your characters are good aligned. So there's a good chance that I knew there was a good chance that you might not take it.
Well, if you want one of us to take it, I'll snag it. Very much so.
I'm not going to tell you to take it. If it's something that you think your character would take, then you can. Just do what your character would do. Since you're the only rogue in the party, I was just wanting to clarify, find out whether or not your character would.
I'm going to roll a wisdom save or a will saving throw.
Okay. Because
I'm
no
gonna set
matter
the
what, the
DC
temptation's going to be there.
I'm going to set the DC at 10. And then if I fail that, then I will go and try to steal it. How about that?
Sounds reasonable.
Or I'm going to go try to steal it.
Okay.
Ah.
And this is after your character's been doing a little bit of drinking?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
A little bit, not a lot.
Yeah.
Like an eighth of a pint
Yeah. Okay.
of crappy beer.
So,
As in the cheap stuff.
yeah.
So, do you want to pop down to the cellar layer?
Actually,
Going to make some rolls, like the stealth and the thievery and the stealth.
so your character is going down there to steal it. So would he try to stealth his way down there?
Of course!
Okay.
He'd even take off his jacket.
Go ahead and roll your stealth.
Sneaky, sneaky poo.
And oh
shoot.
yeah, you've got a pretty good chance. Okay. So you slip down you slip downstairs. Let's see here. This one?
I know sailing.
Yes. I'm going to delete everyone else's characters, and then they shouldn't have sight, correct?
Correct. There's also the
Am I able to move just one character down, one person down there, just one player?
you can tell me to just switch over.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. You have GM. Go ahead and switch over.
Okay, so that is the dark untitled one, yes?
Yes.
Yes, there it is, with all the rats.
Yeah, I haven't really named any of them yet. So yes, you're back down there, and you hadn't been upstairs long. The rats are still there. Manager hasn't come down to get them yet. Go ahead and control your character.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because how much movement do I get? Crap.
Think
You're
you're
not
like
having my glasses on for the face rig thing.
20 or
making it
25.
harder. Yeah, I got 25. Okay, yeah, so 5 squares.
Yeah. So you're heading down there. And nothing out of the ordinary yet. You don't see anything odd. Everything looks just as you left it.
And I'm going to double check listening at the stair or listening towards the stairs to make sure that there's not going to be anyone coming down here.
Okay.
I'd hate for him to come down here and catch me in the act.
Yeah.
That's right. They put it over senses. Ba-doop. I hear nothing.
All quiet on the western front.
All quiet on the back step where I farted.
So, you enter that room. The lamp's still there, glowing on the table. Or lantern. Everything's still as it was left.
I'm going to listen again.
Okay.
Because as I get closer to my target, of course, I'm going to get more and more panicky
Yeah.
about being caught.
Okay. So everything's quiet.
Eh, 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 or, ah, 5. I'm going to touch the glass and see if it's hot.
No, it's completely cool.
I'm going to stuff into my bag.
Okay. You grab it and you stuff it into your bag.
And then I'm going to listen again. Wahaha. Listening, that best of skills. And I'm going to start stealthing my way back out.
You may be decent at it, but yeah.
I'm not that good at the listening because I have the attention span thingamabob that makes it so I'm not. Yeah, I can't focus very well. Nope. I'm also not very good at restricting myself. You might say, yeah.
So you start heading. So you're on your way out. Okay. I'm doing some background rolls over here.
Yep.
Okay. Still all
finally
quiet.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Other than, of course, a faint creaking from upstairs. It sounds like someone's moving away from the stairs at the moment.
Okay. We never did get a chance to check the back part.
Nope.
But
Do you want to risk it?
I don't. I really don't.
They're probably all up in that other channel going, what the hell is he doing?
Why is he making stealth checks and perception checks? Wait, I forgot. Okay, so I want to do a perception check, then move.
Okay.
Then perception check, because 3 actions in a turn.
Yep. It's awesome that the 3 actions are all undetermined, that they're all just 3 basic actions.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, whoever was moving around up there, they definitely moved away from the stairs, and they've stopped. You're not sure exactly where they stopped upstairs, but you know they're not near the stairs.
So, what does that mean? What can I do? Yes. Perception. Stealth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! 5.
He became a fat head for a moment.
He became the fattest headed goblin ever.
Mm-hmm. And clarification for the listeners, I am not talking about that cheesy sports stuff. Which I don't even know if they even sell those anymore.
There's a cheesy sport thing?
Yeah, it's like they sell these stick-on things that you can put on your wall that's like it's a image of a sports person. They call them fat heads.
Huh.
That's like all it was. Like it'd be a baseball player mid-swing. That type of thing. Or a football player throwing or jumping to catch the ball.
I remember the DK mode from GoldenEye.
Yeah. Yeah, so you... Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, still nowhere near the still nowhere near the stairs.
Okay. Bring in my sheet again. Do one last thing of perception. With a 16.
Mm-hmm.
If still nothing, stealth. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 5. No, wait, that's not how corners work. Damn it. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Max is like, I can tell that went well, whatever it was.
All right. Now I'm at the bottom of the stairs.
Yep.
Perception. In a row.
Okay. Sounds like whoever it is up there is pacing around a little bit. But other than that, it doesn't sound like anyone's headed toward the stairs still.
Oh god, this is where everything goes bad.
Yep, because now you got to go upstairs.
4, 5.
And then we pop over to the other one again.
Right up. Which I think brings me to the inside of that alcove there.
The bottom one. Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Yep. Oh, I should probably I'm gonna switch layers real quick.
My guy's constantly like, oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to put on Muzak.
Yeah.
Where's Amazing Plan? There it is.
They're probably down there. They're probably looking at your character. Oh no. He went downstairs. Okay. Now, I think that should limit their sight. Anyway, I threw in the dynamic lighting barriers. So, you reach the top of the stairs, and yeah, switch to that. Okay. So, what's your character going to do?
Start with a full turn of perception.
From what you can hear, there's no one nearby. You don't see anything around that little corner there, other than the walkway.
Oh god, this is going so terribly.
So you come out of there, and he's facing this way. Completely oblivious. And
Thank goodness.
now we pull everyone else down here, because now you're back in the room with all of them. It's weird. Whenever I pull them down here, they start out muted. Okay.
What?
So I want
Hey, Mac,
each of
you
you to
gotta
roll a
talk.
perception check.
Perception?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Not you, nerd. The other two.
Can I roll another stealth check?
Well, you still have more time in your turn. They might. That's weird. I'm not really sure how they'd handle this since you're able to do multiple stealth checks in one turn. I think it would probably be just take the highest.
Well, in this particular case, it would be one stealth check for the section that I just did and a different stealth check for the next.
Okay.
Let me roll.
And it might be better if I simply went with a deception check for the
What
next.
is happening?
Wolf, don't
Stuff.
freak out. That's my job.
Stuff is happening.
Okay, so I am rolling my perception check. It isn't that great.
Okay.
Drunk.
So, Wolf, perception.
Okay. I
Rolled a freaking 2 on it.
highly doubt my perception save is going to be bad. That's if I can find it.
It's on your character sheet.
God, my character's not quite moving with the music.
See
It's
here.
annoying.
That's initiative.
Doesn't really matter. Initiative is perception based.
Okay.
So it's
Well, Wolf
basically
smashed it.
okay. So Kamish notices Jim Jam coming out of the stairs coming up from downstairs.
Amish will walk over to Flim Flam. Jim Jam.
It's not Flim Flam, it's Jim Jam.
Walk over to Jim Jam and go, "What were you doing?"
Would that catch?
throwing
Would
up a
that
rat.
catch Alcus's attention? Kamish walking over and everything.
Probably notice Kamish at least walking up to Jim Jam.
Yeah,
It
so
depends
he'll
on how loud Kamish is being for the asking what he was doing.
So you do notice that Kamish moves. That Kamish starts moving.
I don't really alert Ronier. I just kind of prop my elbow on the table, turn around. I give a curious kind of half open-eyed look,
Okay.
just watching.
So what's Jim Jam's response?
I thought I might go and help with move the rats in better places and yeah. I need more booze. Mind
Tell
you,
me.
Is Alcus able to hear that?
The impersonation is kind of terrible on purpose for the being drunk part. Because I rolled an 8.
Did Alcus hear that, and is he able to attempt
I'm
to?
not being loud about it.
Okay.
I'm not. No. I don't want to get the attention of the barkeep.
Really now?
So that now that'd be a perception check to see if you hear it.
Let me roll another perception check.
I should look to see what's the opposite of
Yep.
deception. Well,
You can well no, that was to see if he could hear it.
yeah, I know, but I should look up to see what the opposite of deception is because that's about to come
Oh,
up.
okay. Yeah, I don't really like what they did with the skills because it's like some of the ones like that, it's like, would it be opposed deception checks? Because it would.
Should we go with that for now?
Yeah, for now, let's go with that.
Warning: Alcus is good.
Okay. So, Wolf, your character, Kamish.
Yes.
Let's see here.
What do I need to roll?
Okay, so it's a perception check.
Okay, so it's perception.
Do you want me to redo my roll or just keep it? Or just change it out for my perception modifier, which would just bump it down 2 points.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, so it
So
would be an 18.
okay, yeah. So you know,
Or, yeah, it would be an 18.
yeah. So you you know something's up with what he said. You're not so sure that he's telling the truth.
Alcus begins to get up and waltz
But-
on over.
Okay,
with,
so
with
it
just
mentions...
with just a smile on his face.
Yeah. And however, Kamish, he can't really tell whether or not he's lying at all. He might be telling the truth.
So
Probably is.
because it matched, I end up winning, according to the book.
A match is a win.
Yeah,
Okay.
on my side.
Actually,
Sadly.
yeah, you eat it. So as far as Wolf knows, he's believable. As far as Kamish knows, he's believable.
So it's possible that he's actually going down there to help out with the rat stuff. Whether or not he's drunk, that's a whole separate matter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see. What should Alcus do?
I have a really stupid but possibly broken
I'm gonna-
question here.
I'm gonna do a random
Fire away.
coin flip check.
Wouldn't
Okay.
detecting for alcoholism be counted as alchemy, and I would be able to detect that chemical compounds of the alcohol to figure out that he is drunk by just smelling his breath.
I think it would be that would probably be a perception, also because that's running off of smell.
Yeah, it's another perception check. It's a different perception check.
Wouldn't that require him to be at least suspicious then? I mean, this is kind of playing to maybe almost a little bit of meta logic on this one.
However, he would have alcohol on his breath because he was drinking before he went down there.
And I just realized I have this.
Plus
That's more of a
two
detection
circumstance to sense an unseen creature that is close enough for you to smell.
Close your eyes.
Well, my point is, I'd probably be able to smell it more than anything.
Yeah, you definitely
You can smell that there's alcohol, but whether or not I'm intoxicated, that part is not covered by that.
Yeah, he was drinking before he went down there, so you would be able to smell the alcohol on his breath. That's a certain thing.
Also, that it's cheap beer.
Alright. I'll just say this. Well, clearly you're intoxicated.
10 out of 10. Good line.
I've barely had enough to drink. I need more.
So Alcas walked over during that exchange.
Hey, buddy. Want to get me a drink?
Alcus lifts an eyebrow. I think you've had enough for right now. He looks over to Kamish. I think Runir was wanting you for something.
Alright, I'll see what the dwarf wants. I'm not at my computer.
Okay.
Correct. This is my
Okay.
token.
Yeah.
So Alcus moves over, kind of props up on the wall, looks over to Jim Jam, just with this grin that says, "Explain."
You tell him anything, and we're both screwed.
Deal.
Tell who anything?
You're sitting with the dwarf. As a side note, Alcus's tone has gone much quieter than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, which reminds me, we got noises for this kind of thing.
Oh no.
So you how does the discussion between you two go. And yeah.
Do we want to do this actually outside of Wolf's ability to listen?
Oh
or
yeah.
what?
Wolf, I'm gonna pop you into a different channel. If if your character feels that he's, get rid of that unread thing. If your character decides that he wants to, listen
Eavesdrop?
in. Yeah, actually, is your character going to try to eavesdrop on them while talking to the dwarf?
Oh,
No? Okay. I'm gonna pop you into a different channel for a moment then. And I'll let you know when I bring you back.
That feeling when you don't even need a deception check.
I gave him a chance. He chose not to.
Yeah. Well, I meant for him walking away in the first place.
Okay.
There was no canonical reason why I said that. And we both know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, deal. Now, start explaining.
Well, I didn't get to see all the stuff down there when we were down there, and I wanted to check to see if there was a bit more rats, and there was a shiny thing that I wanted to look at, so I went and looked at it, but I also didn't want to get, caught by the shopkeep coming back up, and if anything happens to be missing from down there, he's going to skin us all alive.
So, is there?
Maybe?
Alcus kind of looks up to the ceiling, kind of taps his chin for a moment. Okay. Well, we were only staying one night anyways. I think we can find work elsewhere.
And you know what?
Probably
extra
working for a
special-
merchant selling goods.
As an extra special thing, when we go to the rooms tonight, I'll even give you the shiny.
I'd probably be best looking over it. Keep it secure.
I mean, it's not super useful to me anyways, just because, of how my eyes are, but yeah.
This piques Alcus's interest, but he doesn't reply.
Deal, partner? And he's going to stick up a hand for a handshake.
Alcus shakes it. Almost a little bit too strong.
And tomorrow I'm going to have to find someplace that can either fix my coat or make me a new one.
If only mine fit on you.
I also need new boots. This damn rat.
So, are we gonna let what is his name again? The gnome.
Is that your character actually saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be Kamish. Yeah, Kamish.
Ah, Kamish. Are we gonna let him know?
We won't let him know where it came from.
Yeah, just say we picked it up.
Yeah.
And the dwarf never had to know anyways.
Yeah. Admittedly, he was good this past time, but I think we might need somebody a bit more
Careful.
on the healing side of abilities,
That too.
because that hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm. I saw. You had a lot of guts. All over
Yeah.
the floor, that is.
I had a lot of guts, and they were all over the room. I mean, come on, I fought wyverns before, and then the rats just chewed me alive. It's been too long since I fought anything that's that small.
I can't even remember fighting anything.
Admittedly, it was a really cool thing at the end of that second room where I flung the dead rat, at the other rat, and then scared it, and it started to wee itself, and then I stabbed it. That was good.
Alcus can't help but laugh a little bit at that.
So we're
Good
past the
times.
sensitive part of the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pull
we
Wolf
can break
back
back into normality.
Oh, we should get Kamish, and then we should go and talk to what was it? Michael. Yes. Should grab
I think
Kamish
I
and
can
then go talk
handle
to
the
Mike.
part with Michael.
They return.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of look over to Jim Jam. I say, "Well, go make yourself acquainted with the gnome. We don't want to make him, a little too irked."
Yeah.
And then Alcus is gonna go ahead, walk over, acquaint himself with Michael, if he remembers correctly.
Yep. Yeah, Michael's the one in the other stairway. This guy.
Hey, Kamish buddy.
Do you wish, Goblin?
I wanted to take you to have you help me talk to a friend about some things about the future and such.
Oh, this sounds like a proposal.
Talk about.
It'll be
what?
really important, and it will be super boring to any dwarves.
Very well, since you're clearly not capable of doing it yourself. Give me.
By the way, that
Moment.
raccoon's face was pretty much accurate.
I will help you, but give me a moment to prepare a few of my handy potions for the time while we're here.
Okay, so I guess Alcus is gonna break into conversation with Michael. Does Michael
Yeah.
say anything while Alcus is approaching?
He looks at you and just kind of quirks an eyebrow, which I can't
Michael, I
I can't
presume.
actually do.
I
Michael,
quoted
I
my
presume.
Yeah. He says, yes, I'm Michael.
Ah, okay.
What's
so I
your
remember
name?
the name right. I'm Alcus.
Pleasure to
You
meet
healed up. Pleasant to meet you too. You healed my friend back there, the short green one, pretty well. I think you could use some gold, some exploring around, just like I do. How about it? You heal more accidents that happen. Just don't heal the accident that is happening, and we'll all have a good time.
I think I understand what you're trying to say. Yes. Yes, I'll travel with you.
Good, splendid.
After all, I can use some money. I'm a little short of this of this realm's currency.
Nice save.
God dang it. I knew we were gonna have that happen. So let's see. Are there any special conditions you're needing? Anything I should take note of?
No, I'm interested in just the standard, equal share of loot and whatnot.
That's
Just the
good.
standard stuff.
That's good because I can't remember much mathematics anyway. Now, if you don't mind, I need to probably go console a drunken gnome, goblin, and dwarf with my
Hey,
obviously
Michael.
accentuated charismatic skills. He
Oh.
says in a very slight sarcastic way that may or may not be interpreted for it as he turns about face and goes ahead, reunites himself with the rest of the table.
Okay.
Or they come to him, either way.
Yeah, that's exactly where Jim J was heading with.
So he turns about
Hey,
face and realizes, oh, well, here they are.
Hey, Michael. So you've already been talking with Alcus here
Yes.
about the possibility of futures.
Yes.
Yes, this here is Kamish. I'm forgetting his last name. Kamish, can you help me out here?
I think
Hamish
it's Knuckle
Knucklebottom.
Duster. Oh, Knuckle Bottom.
Yeah. So like you take your knuckles and you put them at the bottom of the bucket, and then you start grinding downward. Yeah. You know, if you're using your fist, it's like a pestle of a mortar pestle.
Alcus lifts an eyebrow, looks at Jim Jam. Okay.
But he's like,
Hamish. would be very insulted, but since he knows that the goblin is drunk, he's just gonna shrug it off this time.
So he just says, "Yes, I've agreed to travel with you guys for the standard equal share."
Ah, good, good. Okay.
Very well.
And if you don't mind me asking, what race are you?
I'm human. I thought that would be obvious.
Yeah, I just don't see them very often these days.
Alcus rubs behind his neck and kind of flicks his ear a little. You'd be surprised.
I tend to get humans and elves and half-elves and everything that's kind of tall and muscular kind of mixed up, along with orcs.
Alcus cups his hand to where it's kind of blocking where Jim Jam is. He's a little drunk right now. And then he darts his eyes around, lowers his hand.
and Michael's
Those are
just
easy
like,
'cause, you know, they're shorter.
how can you get orcs confused with humans? They're green.
Not all orcs are green. Just most of them.
Well,
Alcus is
Sir.
obviously on the verge of laughter hearing all this.
You know, it's kind of like when you look at a gnome when you're really, really drunk and you're like, hey, that's a goblin.
Alcus has to wee. This is ridiculous.
Kamish is dealing with the unshot of bad, terrible jokes. He just grumbles and goes, "Yes, anywho, you agree to travel with us, correct?"
Yes.
Pleasant. Have this goblin bite your head off.
I don't bite people's heads
If the
off.
rats don't bite his out first.
I don't bite people's heads. I've bitten a bum or two in a bar fight, but that's different.
And you mean also if he doesn't get hit by any more friendly fire?
Yeah.
The dwarf didn't explain. I know what an axe wound looks like.
Alcus is still a little pissy about that, but he's a little bit he's basically buzzed. He's just having a good time.
So,
letting it go for a little bit.
so how about I buy all of us some of the cheapest beer that we can get our hands on for the moment, a pint each, and then we get some sleep.
I've got a better idea.
Kamish will just raise his hand and go, "I don't drink."
Alcus looks over to Kamish, and you're an alchemist?
It's funny, but I only
So-
drink my own creations. and
Don't
brews
get you the
with
most expensive tea.
soon.
I have an idea, Alcus says before trotting on over, breaking entirely from the conversation in a sudden manner.
And Michael raises his says, I don't drink. Personal choice of mine.
Tea then?
Okay,
What
so
was that?
Tea then?
Sure.
as long as it isn't hard tea. Trust me, I'm Southern, it exists.
Oh yeah. There's even a kind of alcoholic beverage you can make specifically from tea.
Huh. Okay, so Alcus gets up in a stool, kind of waves the owner or whoever's managing the tavern right now over.
Yeah.
Alcus
Yes.
says, "We've been having a great time tonight, and you know we've cleaned out the rats. We even went so far as to clean out the whole place for you. Made sure everything was nice and spiffy, so you could go back down there, live your life easy. How much would it hurt to give us a discount on the drinks?"
For your assistance, I'll give you a round for free.
Hey guys! He waves over immediately, monopolizing on the moment. Drinks on me!
Yes, so it'll be a pint each for everyone, and then I'm gonna buy some additional drinks for a couple people, which is gonna be 2 cups of tea. Yes, tea.
Jim Jam. Jim Jam when he's drunk, man.
Reminder,
It's
he's not actually drunk
hilarious.
yet.
I know, that's the nice part. He's just acting drunk.
He's acting in a way that he thinks people who are drunk act.
Alcus is just in an amiable mood. Is the dwarf gonna drink? Because if the dwarf doesn't drink, then the world isn't gonna spin.
Well, yeah, he'll have some.
By the way, I'm gonna take the drinks that are intended for the cleric and for the alchemist,
Uh-huh.
the gnome, and I'm going to drink them. We're getting free booze, and I'm gonna pay for the tea.
Woohoo!
He's probably
what
more
is the quality of the free round?
It's decent quality.
Ooh, nice.
Would you say that
That's
somebody
a DC
like
15 instead of a
Alcus
DC 13.
would you say that somebody like Alcus would enjoy it? What with his background and everything?
Yeah, he might enjoy it.
Alcus takes a few swigs, kind of turns it around in the cup. This ain't bad, you know. In that kind of uncertain but obviously a compliment sort of way.
So when the innkeeper puts down the teas and Jim Jam rapidly snatches them up and guzzles them, he just kind of
Alcus lays an elbow on the counter, flourishes his hand. Goblins!
so he makes the 2 new teas and he comes down here and gives them to them.
Giver will finally pick up his tea and starts to drink it, finally. Trying all his might to not throw a bar glass at Jim Jam.
Okay, so what DC am I looking at for the fortitude? It's gonna be 3 or 4 drinks over the course of like an hour.
Okay.
Alcus is, I think he's ordered 1 heavy drink and then this one.
So each of you go ahead and give me 1 roll for each of your drinks.
1
drinking
fortitude
tea.
save per drink.
Drinking tea.
Yeah.
There's also the first one from when I went down.
So 1 fortitude per drink.
Yeah. Nerd, why'd you roll
5 of them?
5?
You had 4 or 5 drinks
so
over
there
the
was
course
the-
of the recent hour.
Okay, yeah, there was the drink that I had when I the half drink I had just before I went down.
Uh-huh.
The half drink when I made it back up. So that technically counts as like 2 separate things because of the time in between. And then I had my own free drink, then the free drink of Michael, and the free drink of...
Those were tea.
Well, no, I ordered beers for them, and then I said that I was going to buy them tea in addition.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how he was intending to do that.
Oh,
I can
okay.
verify.
So I
Okay.
could get free booze.
He's trying to fudge the system there. That was his intent. Sadly. That's why
And the
Alcus
tea's
was just
probably
like,
more
goblins!
expensive too, which is kind of funny.
What was that?
The tea's probably more expensive too, which is kind of funny.
So, and then that. Okay. So Jim Jam is just slightly buzzed. And Alcas, he's starting to feel a little tipsy, but he's still stable on his
In
feet and
control,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Kamish is lame. I mean sober.
So, what was it? Michael thanks you for the drink, and then he heads over and heads upstairs. And says that he'll see you. I'll see you two in the morning.
Yay!
Or, I'll see all of you in the morning.
Woo! Friend plus.
I like the picture.
So he heads upstairs. So is this where everything breaks up for the night? Not
Probably.
the night
Well,
for us,
sure.
but the night for the characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Except for maybe Alcus kind of absent-mindedly taking the book, you know, on kind of a thought and not thinking it through too much, just takes out the book and pops it open, checks it.
Yeah.
This has kind of been lingering on his mind.
Well, this is when you were going to go upstairs and the stuff we did first. It was a little out of order.
Oh.
This is when that
Okay,
was
then yeah,
your
yeah.
thing
We'll
was
play
going
it
to
out like
happen,
normal.
because that was
Yeah.
in your room.
Okay, so yeah, this is where all the characters break off for the relative night.
Yeah. Because no, your character just sat there right at the bar and starts pulling everything out of his bag.
Does that mean I'm going to go away for a while?
What was that?
Does that mean I'm going to go away for a while?
No. We already did. We did his thing before yours,
Okay.
so that's all
Yeah.
done.
So yeah, the night would just progress.
Yeah.
God,
Then-
my raccoon looks so drunk.
So the night progresses, and you all wake up, and in the morning, let's see here. I need to type something up real quick.
What goes well with cinnamon whiskey?
What?
What goes well with cinnamon whiskey?
I'm not sure.
I'm used to having to work with fruit. Ah. Sure. Bruh.
I am actively editing the character notes, by the way, Kevin.
Okay.
At some point I should actually type up a proper thing for Jim Jam. Instead of keeping it all in my head.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe that'll just make him better.
But there was a decent point made that Jim Jam is the flim flam.
And then Alcus is Alcus. I don't know. It's just Alcus, man. I think he's good. Might not be good, but he's good.
Oh, and as a couple notes, as little thanks to peoples, a thanks goes out to Crisis for the headphones that I'm using. Thanks goes to my father for the mic that I'm using. Thanks to Metgath for the camera and computer that I'm using. Am I forgetting any thanks? Thanks to... God, who was it? I think it was Hatter who got me Face Rig. Yeah. Um. Trying to think.
Okay, so that goes there.
I didn't do it.
Okay, so
Ah!
you vanished.
I vanished to my page of games, including a game that has not started yet.
This isn't
Yep.
where the game for tonight's ending, is it?
No,
No.
Okay, thank goodness.
that was just me fucking up.
I just had to type something in too. So, nerd. The thing titled Mysterious Note. That's for you. You're going to find that passed underneath your door in the morning.
Mysterious note.
Mm-hmm.
I've got you one upped. Well, multiple pages up.
Of course, you know who that's
Dragon.
from. Your character might have some vague idea.
Santa Claus.
Dickheads.
What was that for?
If you saw the note, you'd understand.
Well, how about you show me the note in the morning?
I'm going to take it and stuff it into my pants.
Okay.
Ah, the GM can take a lot of liberties. Please say pocket.
No, no, no. He's not putting it into his pocket because that'd be too easily found.
Oh!
I'll be back in just a moment.
I'm sticking it into the crotch of my pantaloons. Actually, no,
Oh
better
my
idea. I'll stick it in my codpiece.
Oh!
It's a great place to hide things. Okay. I need to find some better music.
Okay. Yay for tormenting people, huh, nerd? So, you all wake up in the morning and you head downstairs for breakfast.
That's not right.
Let's see here.
Which means I should change that to...
Look
boom.
at Jim Jam. Character sheet. Yes, that changed it. Okay. Whoa. My camera's
That
all
is
out of
super fuzzy.
focus.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm not sure why it went all out of focus. I came forward like this, and then I pulled back, and it's like...
focused on your forehead when you moved up. And then you move back, and it's like, I don't know what to focus on anymore.
So everything stayed blurry.
Yep. It's like, there's obviously more forehead here that we haven't filmed.
And a
must be
big
finished
forehead it
recording now.
is.
Yes. Okay.
So yes, you all wake up in the morning, and Michael's already up. He's chatting with this person. Which one was that? That was... Oh yeah. That one? No, that was that one. Okay, yeah. So he's chatting with the human that's over there. Go figure that most of the generic. I was looking for a monk, and the generic monk things is like most of them are flat on their face.
because they're all dead.
Yeah. So, where is everyone when they come down in the morning?
Came is just kind
Man,
of like,
you know Alcus is theatrically planted on that stool, waiting for somebody to come out. That's just Alcus.
Yeah.
Alcus is first up because he's a half elf, and also probably because didn't sleep too well.
Oh, and when you come downstairs, Michael's already down there. Almost like he didn't sleep at all.
Alcus takes note of that. But he theatrically plants himself and kind of just tries to work through the memories of last night that are just a tiny bit blitzed. And maybe finding some comfort in being able to look into the past.
Yeah. Okay.
Even if it is only one day.
So the innkeeper gives you your breakfast.
Thank you so much.
But he he asks he actually asks you, what would you like for breakfast? Of course, there's some limitations, but each people
Alcus
have their
kinda-
preferences.
Kind of scratches his chin for a moment. Just the classic for around here.
Okay. Okay. So he pulls out some eggs, and it's got a couple pieces of toast and some fried fish, or grilled fish, not fried, grilled.
For an odd reason, Alcus is a little bit too excited about the fish. He can't recall why.
Okay.
Like he knows he's going to really like the food.
Yeah, it seems pretty tasty. It's basic seasonings, but well seasoned. Salt and pepper can be almost perfect for seasonings. Just those two. So is he going to do anything while the other two are finishing up sleeping and then coming downstairs?
Alcus?
Yeah.
Now he's gonna pop open his jacket, kind of glance at the book, flip through it.
Okay.
Probably no change.
Yeah, no change.
Alcus decides now to use it as a personal log.
Oh, okay.
It's a free book. Blank pages. Convenient. He's got a spare feather too, so he can keep the ink separate.
So what's he do to start? What's he going to start writing in it?
I don't know, maybe I'll put it down in character notes. I'm trying to whip up dinner right now.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
either way, he goes and touches pen to paper, and he starts writing. And for a few moments, it seems like the ink stays there, but then he gets a couple words in, and it starts vanishing at the same speed he wrote it at.
Alcus kind of looks at that. Huh. This must be invisible ink.
oh no, don't tell me he's got a book of fate.
Alcus decides to continue writing his entry, even though it fades.
Oh, okay.
He just recalls everything from recently and begins writing it down in first person, not addressing anyone.
Okay.
He falsely assumes he's going to be able to run some sort of light spell over it and see it again.
Okay. So, a while later, the other two wake up and head downstairs. Are either of you going to take your time coming downstairs, or?
I'm
I
gonna
guess we'll
rush.
just walk down with valuable potions.
Okay.
I'm going to quickly, having already packed all my stuff the night before, grab all my stuff and then rush down the stairs.
Okay. Let's see here. So. Then. Wolf. Save. Okay, so. Wolf, you'll see something that says Kamish Brews. If you click on that, you can then click Edit, and under Description Notes, we can start putting keeping track of what you're having brewed for the alchemy things that you've made in there.
Is this?
It is a note by your sheets.
The
Pop
notes.
it in a thing called notes.
Yeah, there should be a first category that's called notes. There should only be one thing in there that's visible to you. It should be called Kamish Brews. It should be above your your character and above NPCs, right at the top. Same page as your character sheet.
He should not be able to see NPCs as a note.
He can see the NPCs, just the basic stuff of the ones that that he's met.
Ah, okay.
I've done the thing where you
Where he can see it, but he can't edit it.
yeah, it's in their journals, but they can't edit
Yeah.
or control them.
Oh, I'd like to add or add and ask something.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets done writing in this invisible ink of his, and does he feel any form of contentment or anything from just jotting down his thoughts, especially with the predisposed, situation and everything?
Yeah, he probably feels like it's a little. He probably feels good that that might be a little more permanent this time.
Okay, with that, he just kind of tries to collect himself, calm down, kind of blot out all of these thoughts racing in his head, and he eats breakfast.
Okay. So the two of you come down. Go ahead and move your characters to wherever they're gonna
Bam.
sit down.
First question, do I need to pay for breakfast?
No,
Okay.
meals included with. He says no. Meals included with the room.
Awesome. So, I'll have a cup of salt, or a cup of seawater, anything you have that once lived in a shell, and some bread or toast.
Okay.
And with that, Alcus says between bites, goblins.
Specifically, something that was alive in its shell, not just like eggs.
Okay. So he disappears for a moment, and then he comes back. And actually, I'm curious. I'm gonna relog as a player real quick, and then I'll log back in as the GM.
Your camera, it vanished.
Such profane magic.
You vanished. Then you came back.
Okay, so that didn't do anything. Rejoining as GM. I was checking to see if the dynamic lighting stuff that I put in worked at all, but it didn't.
You have to turn on the dynamic lighting
Oh,
specifically
okay.
in the upper part. And then set all the lighting things.
Okay.
There you go. Now that dynamic lighting's on.
Okay. Which reminds me, I should go into there and do that there too. Enabled. Okay. Okay. So. I'll just put Kamish somewhere. He came downstairs, but yeah.
Alkis is really enthusiastic about the fish. It tastes great. It feels like it came from somewhere. It like it's a lot of water that flows, but you can't get the word. And the eggs, he just feels really off about the eggs for some reason. What are these? You know, not saying it, but he he knows
So-
that it's really taboo to ask about what's on your plate at least. But he's like, where did they? You know, he's looking very minusculely confused.
And when Kamish, not Kamish, when Jim Jam came downstairs and asked for a cup of, what was it, seawater?
Yep.
That sounds like it. That sounds like it might almost be right for the source of the fish.
Alkis looks Jim. What exactly is seawater?
It's water from the ocean. It's salt water.
The ocean? The ocean! That's right! And he kind of just cuts off conversation instantly and
The
kind of
30
rubs
seas?
his head. The ocean, he repeats slowly, kind of in reverence.
Yeah, the ocean, the 30 seas, the 500 archipelagos. Yeah, it's including the ones that are
Yada
hard to get to.
yada.
Oh, by the way, the number of seas also does include also the astral sea, which is technically not a sea, but it's also technically not an ocean. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Alkis just says under his breath, ocean.
So, Nerd, have you read? Did your character read that note? Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So, guys,
What, Goblin?
I think that perhaps once we're done having breakfast, we should go hang out with the guards.
Why? What did you do?
Alkis gives Jim Jam the most confused and almost since he kind of realizes what tonight, and this doesn't seem to be an intelligent second move.
Because they might need our help.
Alkis's eyes light up now. Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay. As long as
more
it's that,
employment.
he says, kind of stiltedly.
And clams.
Clams?
And as he says that, he's gonna munch down on whatever shelled fish thing he has.
Mm-hmm. So.
Or is he eating like hermit crab or something?
Can he tell?
Mystery shell meat.
Well, okay, the thing is, like, crab looks significantly different from, like, oyster, which looks different from
Well, could a
scallop,
goblin
which looks
tell?
different from oyster.
Yeah.
I've
And-
never heard of a goblin connoisseur.
But I lived on the ocean, man!
You should have been much less of one then.
And I can tell the difference between, like, a standard shellfish and, like, a crab.
Alkis is an expert on this. He just can't remember most of the time.
Now, whatever it might be, some kind of like random shellfish, or it could be something more like a crab because they technically live in shells. Well, okay, hermit crabs technically live in shells.
So you guys head over to the head over toward this guard shack.
That's our next location. Yep.
Okay.
I agree with it. I'm going after I eat, of course.
Yeah.
And grab my stuff from my room and say goodbye to the tavern keep and say I hope he has good business coming for him.
By the way, for how Jim Jam is going to eat this stuff, he's going to take the shellfish, dip it into the salt water, then eat it, and then after he's done with all that, then he'll stick the bread in to soak up some of the salt water, and then eat that.
Okay.
So he's not actually going to sort of drink the salt water, but he's going to consume all of it.
Okay, this I'm going to edit real quick because that I was playing around with and I popped a bunch of stuff on, and this is
Okay.
more of a
Ooh,
map,
It's a world map. It's just
Oh.
a map.
town
You
map.
guys moved maps.
Yeah.
Town map! Oh, and it has my old token!
Be gone.
The creepiest of creepy faces.
Looks like Toy Story fan art. I'm so sorry, but it does.
Let's go ahead and delete that and go and drag Jim Jam onto there, and there we go.
Okay, I need to make a few quick modifications to the NPCs, and then let's see here, pop that out, move that over there, this one here, pop it out, move it, and the guard shack, the guard hut is south of you, on the western side of the town. There's the gray building at the crossroads.
The
About
one with
half-
smoke coming off?
This one.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay,
No.
that one, okay.
Yeah. That's for the guards. I need to pop over to. Wait. Edit. Okay. So,
We're forgetting about an exchange.
huh?
Oh,
What
yeah.
is it?
So, as we're leaving, actually no, as we're on our way, like as we're like at the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to reach into my bag and pull out a lantern
Okay.
and hand it to Alcus.
Do I recognize this?
Yes. Yes, you do.
I just look at him a little bit disappointed. Jim Jam. That was his reading lamp.
Okay.
Why do
so
rats
that
need to
one's
read?
there. That one modified.
It's the tavern keep, Jim Jam. Alcus is laughing despite all this.
I don't want to get blown up by the gnome.
And Alcus can't help it now.
Do I hear them snickering about this?
You'll probably hear Alcus snickering and Jim Jam being like, "No!" and trying to shush him.
Alcus decides to get his goat. No, I might just.
You can hear the snickering, but you know there's some sort of conversation going on between the two of them.
I
Take it
I
back
just
might
already.
just.
ran
I mean, if
into
there's
some
enough gold
player
in it,
crew.
Jim Jam, I can't resist.
What was that, Wolf?
I play a cruel joke and I take a empty glass bottle
Mm-hmm.
and sort of underhand chuck it at the gnome, at the goblin.
I was about to say.
By yourself? Yeah. All right. Go ahead and make a range attack roll.
which I
Okay.
believe would be a dex check.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a dex check. So if he wanted to hit me, he could hit me.
Yep. And he underhand. What?
I was aiming for the ground around them to cause the bottle to shatter.
So he's aiming near me as opposed to hitting me.
Okay.
Wait. Jim Jam has ruined boots.
I'm not wearing that pair right now. I'm wearing my good pair, obviously.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you're about to get some glass in your foot.
So the bottle lands between them and shatters.
And Jim Jam.
Alcus, as opposed to Alcus, who darts his head back and he just says, "Hamish, I swear."
And Jim Jam is then going to sprint forward.
Hamish has the biggest grin you can imagine.
I swear, this is just great.
So, you all head down to the guardhouse.
Hello, Mr. Guards.
Hello. How can...
Alcus, before he walks up completely, he kind of has a moment reflecting on what he can't reflect on, and he just says blandly, undertone,
What was that?
Yeah, I couldn't hear that.
Nothing.
No, none of us could hear what you said.
Oh, he
Yeah.
said, I really hope I'm not wanted.
Yeah, when you said that, you were so quiet, we couldn't hear you. But yeah, so we heard you the second time. So, you guys walk up to the guard, and how can we help you today?
I hear that you're in need of some grand adventures.
You look like you might be able to handle the issue that we're having. I'm gonna pop over that real quick.
If I can't, my friends can. They're the greatest in town. As far as adventurers go.
You're also likely the only adventurers in town.
Between that and what Jim Jam said, Alcus can't help but feel a little bit offended. Alcus chips in. Well, whatever adventurous services you need, I bet our party can cover it. We've got a good variety. We've got a good racial diversity if you're ever wanting to promote anything.
Okay.
Although with the genders, you may need to find a couple more.
Well, there was a elf lady that I heard about, but
Let's see here. So, Jim Jam, Kingdish. This one. This one. And this one. I'm putting some stuff on another page. I'm being bad. I'm distracted. But for good reason. So. He says, yes, there is a issue. It's getting on in the year. They're getting ready to do for the harvest, and the merchants are going to be traveling into town fairly soon. But there's one problem. The local arena, back when the governor shut down the blood sports in the arena, he never really specified what had to be done with the creatures that were held there. Now some of them are causing problems.
Alcus groans.
We
He
need
knows
to
where this is going.
we need to have the creatures cleared out. When the merchants come into town, that's where they store their goods, is underneath the arena. Relatively easy to protect.
how many monsters are we talking about?
We're not really sure. There were quite a few, but they are wild creatures, so there's a good chance that they may have been fighting down there
So
once they went through the food
kind
supply.
then? What kind then? Like, are we talking like Utiugs? Are we talking like Krakens?
Oh, it's stuff that you can handle. I don't think
Are we
there's a
talking, like, baby
basement.
dragons?
I don't think there's a basement to it, but if there is, you may want to stay out of the basement. If there's a second floor, you might want to stick to the first floor because you might have some issues down there.
Right, so if there's a basement, we need to collapse the entire thing on top of it, right?
If you
Yin
do
yang
that,
yo.
you'll be seeing the inside of our dungeons,
Oh,
since that would then be destruction of property.
right. Sorry. Yeah. It's been a while since I've had to do anything on land.
Alcus pipes up. Well, what if our alchemist accidentally destroys it? Because he's a lame shot.
I somehow doubt that your alchemist will be able to destroy it. The
As you
thing's
know,
made of
you know,
stone.
Very
right?
surprised.
Is it all one piece of stone, or is it like a bunch of blocks of stone, or...
Yes, we carved the arena out of a gigantic chunk of stone that we moved here. No, it's a
Clerics can do that kind of thing.
it's a bunch of it was built from stone.
From stone, by stone, for stone.
And then there's the stuff that the dwarves can do, which is kind of freaky. Yeah, don't the clerics have the ability to do that, like, thing where they go and they turn the stone into whatever the hell they want?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen many dwarves. I haven't gotten out of town much.
I said clerics. With the shaping of the stone. Not all clerics, just the ones that are, like, obsessive with stone.
Maybe.
It's something I heard about once in a bar.
Okay.
Might have been one of your bars.
Alcus kind of waves it. Jim Jamton just kind of diverge from the topic path he is choosing right now.
Anyways, like, what kind of monsters are we looking at, though? Are we talking, like, just, like, wild animals? Are we talking, like, Minotaur?
For the it should just be wild animals down there.
Okay.
Should.
Shouldn't be anything too crazy. Well, I've never actually been down there myself.
If there's anything like an Umber Hulk, we'll charge you extra. If we survive.
Seeing if that's on here. I have no idea what creature level that would be. I assume that's something
It's
that's
a pretty high level. That's something from the Underdark.
Yeah, and that.
It's
Okay.
far out of our level range.
Yeah, there's. Yeah. he just kind of gives you. He just kind of looks at you and he's like, I don't think there will be anything like that down there. Anyway, the arena is north of town.
Alcus nods, takes note of this mentally.
North. Wait, do I have a compass? I forget if I have a compass.
Kamish will pull out his compass,
Do
turn
you
to the
actually have one?
direction
Did you
of
pay
north.
for it?
Yes. I have a compass. I actually have a compass.
Oh, that's
Alcus
right, I don't
shifts
think I
his
got
feet
one
for a
because it was-
moment, and then he looks at the guard. Well, seeing as we're clearing this out, and this could be a dangerous situation, could we have the pay in advance so as to prepare ourselves?
Very well. And I'll pay you. We really need that cleared out. 5 gold per person.
Yes. I can get so many clothes.
That's all you're concerned about, aren't you?
No, it's not the only thing I'm concerned about.
Do I need to add the gold, or...
Hamish holds his compass.
Are we getting paid right now?
You asked for to be paid ahead of time, so.
Okay, so yeah, I'll add
Hamish
5 gold.
turns around to point north and go that way. Going.
And so, Alcus taps his shoulder and says, "Hey, that's a building."
Oh, I'm the one with a compass. I know it's a building. I'm just saying we're heading that direction.
Well, unless you throw the compass, I don't think you're gonna hit it.
Hamish will turn abruptly to the half-elf and stare at him and go, "One more crude joke, and I'm lighting the next inn bed you're on fire."
Who said I was staying at an inn? Alcus is only becoming more amused as Kamish becomes more unamused. Okay, so Alcus looks to the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any spare gear we could use? Just so we could save on our end. We'll return it.
No, I don't. We're not very well equipped here.
Alcus is very scared because nobody would actually say that. And so he nods. Okay, we'll make sure it's done in a lickety split.
Hamish will turn to the guard and ask, "Do you by chance want to trade a weapon? I'll trade you my spear for a crossbow, if you have any."
Oh no.
I'm doing this smart. Because I'm a merchant and I can technically do that.
He says, none that I'm allowed to trade you.
Okay, so let me review where I do it and look stupid.
Can I
Let's see here.
hand the spear plus subtracting 2 gold from my pay? Would that be acceptable?
How do I message the GM specifically just for future reference?
Okay, so you can do, I think it's /GM, or you can do /W space and then put an M, and then it will pop up Metgath's name, which you can then click on, and then it will fill in the rest of it, and then you can type in whatever message after that.
Okay. Do I do a charismatic?
I don't know.
Okay.
Charismatic diplomacy.
Help is not a valid command.
My
Uh-oh.
God.
I'll just DM him.
Okay. Do I need to roll Metgath?
To try to convince him?
Yes.
That would be the diplomacy. And which you already rolled. So you did roll the correct one.
Okay. I am offering him a spear that is in relatively brand new state, and
Oh, it's
gold
/W.
from my pay.
Okay, I'll use that from here on out. But Kevin, I DM'd you.
Okay, let's see here.
I'm offering to give him a free brand new spear, probably better than any spear he has in his arsenal right now, and subtract 2 gold from my pay for just a crossbow.
Let's see here.
The reality might be that he's just not allowed to trade things out of the armory because
Law.
he's a guard and it's part of the town.
Yeah, he's he says I'm really not allowed to trade anything out really for any price. This is everything we have is is property of the local lord. I'd have to have his permission to do it. I'm sorry, it's just not possible. However, there is a local blacksmith. He might have the type of stuff you're looking for. We are a
Can
port
you-
town on a fairly major trade route.
Did you see
So,
the
could I go
Yes, I did.
see this blacksmith? Well, could you give me the direction of said blacksmith?
Yes, and I'll point that out to you on the town map in a moment.
Then. Just out of character, the reason why I want a crossbow is because I like the sling. It is
Crossbows are
really
fucking
good,
expensive.
and I have a brand new, not even used spear. I do have my sling for when I need to really get close.
Your spear is worth 1 silver piece when it's brand new. A crossbow brand new is 30.
Yeah, I'm
So for the
really.
same price of a single crossbow for this guard, they could outfit the entire thing of them with spears.
I'm really hoping I can convince the blacksmith to let me off easy. Trade me with the spear, and maybe 1 gold for a crossbow.
Could I attempt to use? Could I attempt to like convince the guard to come with us to clear out the arena, just to have an extra hand, just with a typical diplomacy?
Well, apparently we have Michael and the barbarian.
Never hurts to have more.
I mean, you
He
could
has a point.
you could try. I mean, there's nothing saying you can't try to diplomacy him into going along.
Okay. Let's see. I'll try.
Okay.
So I think I convinced him.
I think you did.
He looks at you. And it looks like he. So what do you say to convince him to come along?
It is quite a dangerous thing, especially if we mess anything up. We don't want to be exactly making a ruckus around there in parts we shouldn't be in, and I think it would be best if you guided us through it to the best of your extent. Also, it would probably look good for your rank advancement.
He pauses and real thoughtful.
Are you nuts?
And he's like, hey, Mike, shouting into the back of the guard building, and he's like, hey, Mike, I think I should probably go along with these adventurers. You know, make sure they don't get into too much trouble and whatnot. And you hear from behind him, "No! You're on duty!" And he just kind of looks a little downtrodden. He's like, oh, he's like, and there is no basement. You're an idiot.
This is the best song I've ever rolled. Okay, one
Okay.
more check just for the fun of it. I
I
whisper
want to yell
to
in
him.
there.
I whisper to him. I think there's a basement.
I want to yell into the.
I'm
guard
doing a
thing.
deception check for it too, just for the fun of it.
I want to yell into the back of the guard thing.
What were you gonna yell?
And how about you get off your lazy ass and come join us? Question is that diplomacy or intimidate?
I think it's intimidate.
It depends. Are you
Listen.
trying to say it in an intimidating way? An insulting or intimidating way?
I'm trying to make it seem like he's an asshole. If he does. Insulting.
Probably more, yeah. Kind of intimidation.
Yeah, I think that would be
Definitely,
intimidate.
I'm attempting to deceive the guard talking to
Okay.
us into thinking that there is in fact a basement.
He looks at you kind of dubiously. And he's like, well,
My bonus for both these things is the same.
Check falling as short as that height, goblin.
I had just the worst luck with this character. Holy fuck.
I know I spelled that.
I like how I
Nerd.
tried to convince the guard. It's like, you can. Just roll a 20. I never thought I'd have that kind of moment.
And I did just call him fat and lazy.
Yeah.
And given that level roll, I might have said, something about asshole.
How that was worded right there is already funny enough.
Dang
If
it.
he can't go, why don't you get off your fat lazy ass, asshole?
Ah! Deleting the wrong darn things.
Ah, my G. Oh, you're trying to get rid of my writing?
Yes. So out from the back strolls a rather bulky human with a scar running from here across here. And he looks at you and he's like, "What did you say?"
And at this moment, Alcus creates a scene, gets right in front of Jim Jam, and says, well, I think we should all do a training exercise by clearing out the arena. It would be good for you, it would be good for anybody's rank advancement. I think it would be great if you all came with us. Just as a point to create a scene, but also as a point to maybe deceive.
As a point to try to pull away from Jim Jam.
So you're trying to
Failure.
you're trying to deceive him or diplomacy him?
It'd probably be more deceive, since I'm trying to distract him,
Okay.
actually trying to...
Yeah, he's attempting to do the distract thing.
And deception is my strong suit.
Go ahead
Hoping.
and roll it. 14. He just kind of glares at you and he says, "We are on duty. We're not supposed to leave our post."
No spare men? What kind of guard is this?
A poorly staffed one. I'm not very happy about that.
But why don't you add some? How about this be our hiring step? This mission right here.
Admittedly, if there were more of them, they wouldn't need us.
Alcus is just trying to distract things and tries to hide Jim Jam's voice too.
He says, "Well, it's not up to us whether or not more get hired. Anyway, this is a relatively small port town, as you can see.
Yeah, it looks nice.
So, you've been paid.
Bye! And I'm going to sprint away. Whoops. Wrong thing.
So the smithy will be, where was it? Will be
Use
due.
a black dot.
What?
Use a black
Oh.
dot.
Can it be
Yeah.
here?
Where's the arena?
Yeah, I'll use. I'll
Outside of
say
town.
that it's there. The arena's north of town.
Okay. Oh, dang it, I wanted
So-
to address... Actually, no, I just wanted to address at least Jim Jam, since we seem to be in cahoots now.
Let's
Well,
go
I
ahead.
just went sprinting away.
Yeah, he.
I'm gonna try and follow after him with my superior movement speed.
So let's do Wolf first. So you Wolf, you walk into the smithy and you see there's a lot of regular type things, shovels and buckets and whatnot on the on display, and then there's a few weapons also, a couple of swords, a spear or two, and even a couple of bows.
I'm
And
looking
one
for a
crossbow.
bow.
So you said you told him you're looking for a crossbow?
Yes.
Okay. And he says, well, I have a crossbow. It's 30 silver.
Mm.
Sake. You
Would you
better
be
haggle, buddy.
willing to trade for a spear in supposedly 25 silver?
Let's see here. Let's see here. Take a look at the character sheet. Yeah, it's like I don't really like it that selling stuff and whatnot. It looks like it has to be diplomacy.
Yeah.
A
All the haggling stuff is diplomacy. Unless you're trying to, like, strong-arm them, in which case it's intimidation.
You could use deception in some circumstances, overinflating the value of an item for false purposes.
Let's see here.
Oh, I rolled a 10. That's one better than my last roll. I have a bad feeling about this. I have not gotten a good roll this entire game.
That's charisma based.
You did get a
Fortunately,
couple good rolls.
it's also still early in the game.
True.
Luck can change.
You got a couple.
I am offering a brand new spear and 25 gold.
And he says, well, no. Unfortunately, that won't do. The spear, it's only worth 1 silver. That
I ponder to myself and go,
it's only worth 1 silver. Yeah.
Kamish will start digging around in his bags to see what he can that might be of use.
Okay.
I mean, his soul will fetch a pretty penny.
And as a reminder, your character was paid the 5 gold in advance, so
Alright.
you do have the money to just buy it.
No, but I'd rather not. I'd rather get rid of the spear and save as much coin as I can. I look at him and go, how about the spear, 20 gold, and a tinder twig?
20 gold?
Tinder twig is a lot more than you think.
You said
No.
20 gold.
Yeah, you said
20 silver, sorry.
You're about to get kicked out, buddy.
especially
You're about to be robbed.
especially since he doesn't have 20 gold.
I offer him the spear, 20 silver, and a tinder twig.
He's like, well, what would he know about that? Let's see here. +1,
On another diplomacy check. It's just 15. It's better. By 5.
Your roll went up, and so did his roll.
God damn it.
He looks at you. He's, more importantly, what I was rolling was to determine if he knew what. I was also. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Determining if he knew what a tinder twig
The
was.
first one was seeing if he knew about tinder twigs, which he does. So he'll also know that yours is probably only good for a day. That's alchemists. However, the opposed diplomacy rolls, he looks at you and goes, well, I've dealt with alchemists in the past. That looks like that's what you probably are. And I've traded for tinder twigs before. One of them even ripped me off. Sold me 5 of them. Said that I could use them all week. When the
Oh.
sun came up, they were all inert.
Oh, you poor soul. I was about to say that if I did sell you this Tinder twig, it'd be only good for one day. But for that one period of day, you don't have to manually start your forge with primitive starting tools. That would probably take you a lot of precious time.
Not really. You see, in the evening, I don't actually put out my forge. I let the coals burn down, and there's always coals in the bottom. I just throw more on top and fan it and pump the bellows, and everything starts right back up. You never let a forge like this die down completely. That's just asking for problems.
See.
And it's one of those big stone forges.
It's probably this thing.
It's actually inside the building.
Question: when have you ever seen a forge inside a building?
Like
Several
a couple
times.
thousand different places.
There's over in this area. There's actually a blacksmithing school, and they have 6 forges inside a building. It's not a danger as long as all the proper safety procedures are followed, which are procedures that have been in use for the last 2,000 years.
In particular, if the floor is like stone or concrete, it's safe.
Yeah, and they usually, like now it's usually, it's always either a dirt or a concrete floor. So his would either be concrete or stone. But, yeah, as long as he doesn't go digging in the forge with a shovel, it's perfectly safe. I actually am a blacksmith. I'm not sure if any of you didn't know that.
I did not.
This is
Sorry.
That's all right. This is something
I feel like
This is something that I made myself about 2 years ago. It's made out of a high carbon steel
Oh, that's
railroad
awesome.
spike. And this end here, that's a pineapple twist.
neat. Back to the
Yeah.
session.
He says, unfortunately, I'm going to have to stand firm on that price. It's just, I hope you understand, you're a craftsman also. Our time is worth a certain amount.
Yes, I do understand. I do apologize for trying to sell you the spear. I will buy the crossbow for the 30 silver.
You can still sell the spear while also buying the crossbow.
Yeah,
Yeah. And he says,
finished. But if you
there's
were
no
to
need there's no need to apologize for trying to sell me the spear. I totally understand. You were simply trying to bargain for a better price. It's standard.
Yeah. But would you still like to buy the spear?
Sure.
Alright. I hand him 1 gold and the spear, hoping he'd give me change back.
It'd be 3 gold. It's 10 to 1.
3 gold and the spear, hoping for change back.
Yeah, and he hands you the change. I'll go ahead and make the modifications to your sheet. Let's see here. I figured there might be stuff like buying weapons and stuff that you might require money, so. Okay.
I'm going AFK real quick.
Okay. And nerd, there's this place right now is you do a loop around the town. Since you didn't say you were asking anyone for directions.
Well, I've been in town for a few days. I
Oh,
guessed
okay.
I'd look for such things. I'm
Yeah.
guessing that if I had gotten rid of some stuff, I probably would have sold it to that guy.
You got rid of some stuff, probably at the general store.
All right, then we'll head there.
This town isn't large enough for anything like that.
Oh, okay. I'll head
So-
there then.
The sailing supply shop they definitely have, since they do have a dock.
Yeah.
That
but
would, yeah.
if the pawn shop is where I would have sold things to, then that's where I will head.
The general store.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll go to the general store.
Oh, okay. And that'll be that big southern building. Yep. So you're down there, and he didn't specify he wasn't following you, so he's tagging along.
Well, he specified that he was following me.
Yeah.
He's trying to catch up with his elven stuff while I sprinted down there goblin style.
Yep. So, what are you looking for?
So I go in, and I run up to the shopkeeper and go, "Hey, do you still have that compass I sold you?"
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay, I wanted to trade you this compass for that compass.
Looks at the compass. Is there something wrong with it?
No. It's just mine has sentimental value.
But then why did you sell it in the first place?
'Cause I was getting hungry, and it had been a few days.
Then where'd you get this compass from?
You tell me he stole it off me. Did he steal it off me?
So, what was your answer?
I found it.
So, Wolf, go
You
ahead
can
and
test it yourself to make sure that it still works.
see here. Where is it? Pop that out. Move it over here. Actually, I'll leave it over there. See, yeah. Yeah, they're, your character doesn't have any clue that this is going on.
Because you're at the blacksmith
I-
this time.
Huh?
Is my character knows that he's missing a compass or anything?
Well, during that whole exchange with the blacksmith, there was no reason to get into that part of the bag. The spear was too big to fit in the bag, so it was probably either you were holding it or it was strapped to the outside of your bag. So, depending, where was your character keeping the compass?
Had it in his hand when he was last talking with Jim Jam.
So, what did he do with it when he headed off to the blacksmith? Did he keep it in his hand, wandering off to the blacksmith, compass in hand, or did he put it away?
He put it in his belt pouch that is connected to his left thigh.
Okay.
If he stole my compass, I'm going to be upset.
Is your character left or right-handed?
He's right-handed.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Okay, and that check that he's up
Okay.
against is 24.
Do
What?
Do I notice anything off?
So the initial check that I made was 24, which is what he'd
Well,
be rolling his against. To
Did
see
you
if-
put any? Would you have replaced it with anything?
No.
So this is not rolling to see if he notices it's missing. This is rolling to see if he notices that the pouch is any smaller.
Okay.
Because that event has already occurred. I already did a roll for him to see if he noticed anything wrong then. So this
So
is
he might notice that his pouch is light.
yeah. So well, as his eyes are sweeping over it, reaching for the spear, he notices that the pouch seems a little thinner than it was.
After finishing handing the spear and noticing the pouch is smaller, I open up my pouch to see if anything was missing.
There is something missing. The compass.
I look at the blacksmith and go, "Do you by chance have a compass I can buy?" And seems to have vanished.
Yes, I do. They're.
I believe it was 2 copper.
No.
You know what? Since you already bought that, and I didn't make anything for this compass. I'll give it to you for a discount. 5 silver.
Thank you. I graciously hand him 5 silver.
Yeah, those are not not in copper.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
I look
That's
at
the
him
reason
and
why I
go,
would have sold one in order to try to get food money.
"It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, those are a gold apiece.
I got off easy."
Yeah. You got it at half price.
Yeah, he
So,
decided that he liked you.
Hey, I developed the blacksmith friend.
yeah, so I'm at the general store trying to trade a compass for a compass.
So he's gonna take it. He's going to inspect it. Pulls out the other compass, holds the two of them side by side. And
Which, you know, they obviously look different from each other.
yeah. And he turns around in a complete circle. It's like,
Please.
okay. And
Thank you.
He hands you the compass.
I take my compass and rub it on my face, going, I have my baby back.
Yeah.
Now I won't have to sell my spare set of clothes and go into prostitution.
he just kind of gives you like, what?
Hooray! I am arrived.
Okay.
Where
You saw me
are
trade
we?
a compass for a compass.
Well, actually, don't worry. I had my headset muted, but I heard it.
Okay.
Okay.
Which I'm sure you were laughing your butt
So,
out at.
so yeah, I did. So Kamish walks in, exclaiming, "Did I hear prostitution?"
Oh no, you're already in the building. You never said you stopped following
okay,
him.
convenient entrance. Okay, fine. Redact that then. Dang, GM ruined my line. Okay.
You can still make the statement.
No, no, it'll be so much
Like
more awkward.
while you're
now.
browsing the shelves and like, did I hear
Yeah.
prostitution?
Head snaps up. Just
What's that? I'm just kidding. No, Alcus browses the wares and all that.
okay. Is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Anything of interest, really. I mean, Alcus is just really browsing around due to curiosity. could be something as simple as like a common item that looks just a tiny bit different or has some different marks on it.
Okay. All of his stuff seems to be pretty similar. It's just the general store. He's got lots of feed sacks and containers of oil and various cookware and rope, bed rolls.
Okay.
That's frustrating.
Let's see. He doesn't.
A
really
lot
have
of random, a lot of
trade,
fairly random stuff because this is where the locals go to buy everything.
Oh, I did check my bag before, right? I know what's in my inventory.
Mhm.
So, okay, so I walk up to the shopkeep, and I say, just, matter-of-factly, do you need a new merchant scale, perchance?
No,
Would you like one?
I
Merchant
don't.
What?
I don't need another one.
Well, would you like one?
I mean, I could. If you're offering to sell it, I can buy it from you.
Oh, no, I'm willing to donate it.
Donate it?
Yeah, donate. Free.
Okay.
0.
I might be able to make use of it in the coming months. Okay.
Alcus kind of ponders it for a moment, starting to unpack, shuffle through everything, try not to exactly remove it or put it too far out of place. Fishing up the merchant skill, trying to be as careful as possible.
Yeah.
Kind of dusts it off. It doesn't feel familiar at all. Just, he kind of wonders if he even had stolen it or something, but he doesn't really care at this rate.
Yeah.
Tell me he took my merchant skill as well.
Different
I did
character.
no such thing.
It's already on his character?
Yeah,
And so,
as far as you know.
Alcus donates the merchant skill to the shopkeep.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Merchant Man.
Oh, and
I'm forgetting your name, I'm sorry.
one moment. So, Max, what you do to delete something from your inventory is underneath the list of your items, there's a lock.
Unlock button? Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
I already know what to do.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, nerd.
There it goes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Merchant Man. I don't remember your name from before. Could you remind me?
He was looking at the merchant and says, "Can I what?"
Your name?
Oh, Dave.
Dave. So,
Oh my god.
Don't tell me that's a Plants vs. Zombies reference.
out of curiosity, would you happen to
Nope.
know what the value of a lantern that never goes out is? I mean, if you were selling things if you were selling such a thing hypothetically, how much would you charge for such a thing?
Probably somewhere in the vicinity of 25 or 30 gold.
Oh,
Gold?
wow,
Yes.
that's pretty pricey. Okay. I asked because some of my friends, they don't see so well in the dark, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, having to get out a tinder twig or having somebody throw a fireball every time that you need to see something, it gets troublesome.
Especially since fireballs are probably in rather short supply.
Yeah, and they hurt a lot. Especially
During
in the
this
face.
entire debacle, Alcus kind of looks at his hands and is like, did he forget that I can cast light spells? Am I worth less than this lantern?
Go ahead, Wolf.
This is just out of character, but is it bad that your laptop starts smelling like really bad batteries?
Yes.
Yeah, that tends to be a bad indicator.
Okay, then. I might need to finish updating it, then get it turned off, because I'm trying to finish up some paperwork.
Okay.
Does that mean you'll be out for the night?
Oh, I have my PC running in the background.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
That's how I'm talking to you
Had
people.
us worried.
Okay.
Let's see, anything else I should worry about regarding my inventory? I don't feel like this is the right person to show the book to, so...
Probably not.
wouldn't be able to make sense of it.
Do I have a guard? Okay, I do have a guard.
Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, nobody could perceive such a book that turns ink invisible as anything less than something they could steal, so... That's such a
Hamish
useful-
trying to steal a book. That would be hilarious.
Does he have any fine clothes like the styles that I like? The swashbucklery type?
No.
Damn. Okay. So,
Alcus
Thank you,
has an
Dave.
idea.
hey Dave, do you have a last name?
Does Dave have a last name?
We'll never
Wilkins.
know.
I missed it.
We'll know. Wilkins.
Wilkins, okay.
Dave Wilkins.
Not that
Okay.
I'm likely to remember.
That's what notes are for, man.
That's relatable. I can't remember my last name either.
That's right, they don't have a notes section on here.
Oh, Kamish can
Not on that
teleport.
sheet.
Well, I'm just gonna say that he went to the local.
Wouldn't that take you some time? I was wanting to have a jam.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a few times, so you have plenty of time to talk.
So where were you
Okay.
heading?
I'm heading towards the local market, so that way I can maybe buy some really cheap things that is readily available there, and maybe go somewhere else and sell it. Because merchant.
Alcus has a dastardly idea and decides to act on it.
Okay.
He goes up to this merchant. So you've got some spare monetary, right? Like you can invest in long-term returns. Yes.
Whether or not I'm willing to is all dependent.
Oh, well, that's where I come in to convince you. So, I've heard recently from the guards as I was walking over here that they're offering a reward of around 20 gold in totality split between the parties that clear out the bottom floor or something of an arena up north of the town. I thought that could maybe benefit your business and help you to expand it. Especially since the guard is in no shape, they say, to act upon clearing it out themselves.
25. 25. Max.
How could that benefit me?
Well, you could advertise at the local... Is it the Lost Travelers Inn? Is that the name? You could advertise at the local inn,
Yeah.
saying that you're offering a bounty for this when really this is the guard's pay. You could be the man in the middle, divvying out this pay for adventurers. Since the guards haven't really been talking about it that openly.
Yeah, it was the Lost Adventurer.
Yeah, the Lost Adventurer Inn. You could advertise it and be the man in the middle. They'd purchase things from you. On top of it, you'd get the pay from the guards to distribute to the adventurers, seeing as you've essentially hired them. It would be a win-win for you, make your business more popular, and make you more popular with the guards. And that's always a good thing, right? Especially when you're vending goods.
I don't really need to worry too much about the guards. I'm I'm the general store owner. Everyone
still,
everyone
in
has
good
to come
standing
to me
helps.
for things like animal feed, unless they can grow it themselves.
I was just saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk up to Alcus.
Alcus has been walked up to.
I'm then going to jump up and grab his collar front and pull him down to my level. Would you like me to roll an acrobatics for that?
Yes.
Oh no, he's gonna fail. No, he doesn't. Okay, he doesn't. Thank God. If he did a freaking split in the floor.
Oh no, if
Okay.
he failed, it was going to be hilarious, depending on how badly he failed.
Alcus kind of anticipates this and says, "One moment, I need to talk with my associate."
The question is, would he notice him walking up? Roll a perception.
Yeah, let me roll perception real quick. You're right. Okay, so let's see.
Because
Perception.
you are currently in conversation. No, you do not notice him walking up.
Okay, I don't notice, so I'm kind of jerked out of talking.
I'll look up at Dave and go, he'll be a moment.
Okay.
Are you trying to cut me out of my job?
My predatory smile can blot out the moon. I whisper, "We've been paid in advance."
Yeah?
We don't have to do this.
Yes, we do.
Is it at this moment I can walk in?
Yeah, at this point you probably walk.
What, do you think there's going to be more pay?
There could end up being more pay, and moreover, it'll lead to more jobs, and it would lead to more information spreading about us, about things that we do, so we can get paid more because people trust us. We build a reputation, we get all the
For a
jobs
swashbuckler,
directly
you sure live on the
with-
high road.
without any middle people. We get directly
Okay.
employed.
Hey, Metgath, can you roll my perception check and see if I can hear them? I'm not on my computer currently.
Okay.
And at the moment, I am the one with all the connections to all the jobs. I keep us employed, I keep my cut. You start getting middle people involved, I get smaller share, and then I'm not the one getting us all our jobs.
No,
appear
you
to be
can't hear him from the
misunderstanding.
distance that you're at. Since you
What was
just
that,
walked
Max?
in the door. Go ahead, Max.
We've been paid in advance for our work. Therefore, if any other band of adventurers goes up in there and cleans it, you're not going to be the ones getting the real reputation. The guards are going to think, "Oh, it was cleared out by us." So if we get him to do it, then we have free time to take up another job.
Except they'll come back with all the stories and all the blood and all the gore. And the heads of the critters.
I see. Can I at least see them?
Yes, you can see them talking.
I will walk up to them, stare at Jim Jam, go, "You owe me a compass."
I don't owe you anything.
Oh, this may not be the right time to take off Jim Jam any further.
Mish will just stare at Jim Jam, like, with the intent of... Will...
There's no way that he knows that it was me.
You just know it disappeared. You may have suspicions.
Okay, Mish will just give Jim Jam the I have my eyes on you look.
If I get screwed here, I'm gonna take you and everyone else with me and then burn this town. Do I make myself clear?
Through the smoke. Sure.
Surely the two heads will notice that I have this really large crossbow on my back.
Yeah, after Jim Jam finally lets go of Alcus. And you'll also notice that his entire atmosphere was completely different for that entire encounter.
Alcus will remember that. Alcus
Nice crossbow.
predicted that.
Thank you. Well, he sold the spear for it.
So they actually did a direct trade?
Well, I bought this crossbow and the bolts that are required with it, and I sold the spear for the bolts. Then I bought myself another compass.
Ah. So somebody stole your compass?
Legitimately, yes.
Perhaps I should start asking the local urchins.
Yeah, too late for that now. Good thing is I didn't have some mental value to it. It was just a cheap compass that I got a long time ago. Broken anyway.
So, what should we do?
Alcus looks over to Jim Jam, smiling like he usually does. Whatever you deem fit.
So, yeah, we should probably see about whatever other supplies we might need. Like, do we need any food?
I've
I mean,
got
we're
enough.
here now. I mean, if we're gonna need to get food, we should get it here.
I've got enough food. I checked.
Do I actually have any rations? I'm gonna open up my bag to look in. And see that I have 0 rations.
Okay.
And Wolf, yes, I'll help with that.
Right. I need to. No.
I think Max popped.
Huh?
No, I didn't.
No?
Who was that? A...
Somebody... I don't know.
Saw Runner! Saw
Uh,
Runner.
Okay.
I'm sort of
Oh.
in the middle of recording. That's why we're in the channel.
So yeah,
Yes, Saw Runner's muted, so yeah, Saw Runner's also muted when popping into recording. I guess most people are.
yeah, I think most people are muted when they pop in so that way they can listen in, but
Okay.
the only people who don't start off muted are the knights themselves.
Okay. I'll unmute Saw for a moment so they can say hi or whatever, and then we'll continue after that.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm actually working on something right now on a character sheet, so if you want to talk with, if you guys want to talk, you can for a moment. It'll be a moment till I'm ready to, it'll be a few moments before I'm ready to continue. Let's see. So, where was it? Weapons.
Does he have like dried fish and hardtack as like rations?
That's probably what it would be.
Okay. I'm gonna get 5 days worth then, I think.
Yeah, he would have dried fish and hardtack, definitely.
Maybe 4 days worth. So that'll be 2 silver for 4 days. Or I suppose I could get like almost a week with the 6 days and then pay the 3 silver. Yeah, might as well.
Let's see here. Not armor. Weapon. Okay.
Crossbow.
Now bulk is. Wait.
I'm
Simple
still under bolt.
ranged. Oh, yeah, there. That would be L. That'd be 1 bolt. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to modify the... Yeah. The attack roll, that would be Dex. And then standard, common, other, this would become... Yeah. And then that...
I spent a bolt last time. I don't remember that.
8... damage type. Yeah, I think that would still be piercing. And then range is 120.
Oh.
Ammo, you have 10 bolts. No attack penalty. Okay.
And that would be done.
Yeah. What I was doing over on the equipment sheet was getting this set up.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
And then add
Okay. Yeah, the reason why I wanted to get the crossbow is because with the spear incident, I was like, weapon that does not help me at all.
yeah.
Well, I thought you did end up using it to some effectiveness.
No. I used my sling to some effectiveness.
Okay.
'Cause I
Okay, so
can use it.
I need to remove something. Yeah, that was the sling that he was using. Let's see here. Delete that. And I think I figured out what I did to that it wasn't calculating everything. Under number, I left that blank. So it was treating it as if the items were...
As if it didn't exist, yeah.
Yeah, as if it didn't exist. So after this session, I'll go through and I'll modify all that for you, for all of you. Get it set up so that way it's...
No, I have numbers in all my things.
Okay, so yours is already fixed, whether you did it or I did it. And
I
I've
just
got
noticed something off of my sheet.
what?
I accidentally put charisma times. I just realized that I must have accidentally put for my level 1 boost charisma, but too late now.
Oh, because your charisma's so high.
Oh, because I was trying to put one in dexterity and I
Yeah.
must have clicked charisma, but it's too late for that now.
Yeah.
We're already started.
Yeah, game's already started. Either way, you were
Yeah.
rather effective when you with the sling.
Even with the base stat of 10 with dexterity, maybe
Yeah.
with my level 5 boost, I can boost that up to more.
Better than trying to use a spear with 8 strength.
Right?
Okay. So we're going to be continuing now. I'll
Alrighty then.
do that. Okay. So. Found another image that you liked?
Something I thought I might give out a try, but my default of close. It ends up looking all super open.
Yeah.
Kamish will open up his new compass, and go, well, shall we start heading north then?
So, does anyone have anything to say about heading north?
Alcus looks to Jim Jam, expressionless.
Yeah, let's go ahead and head north. Yeah.
So,
God, that looks terrible.
so you head north, and the arena's rather large. I didn't prep some. Actually, I'm going to take a look, see if there's a good image for it real quick. Nope, no good images. Okay. But anyway, so you guys head north, and the arena is a fairly good-sized building. And you take a look around, and then you spot the stairs. Fairly easily, you spot the stairs going down. They go off of the main arena floor where the combat would be. There's a set of stairs with a ramp right next to it.
Kamish will take a gander around the area and see, and predict if it's going to be really open or going to be close quarter combat.
You're looking around the arena floor? Or downstairs?
I'm
downstairs.
Not on the map.
No, yeah, you're not yet.
Okay.
So, didn't like that. Okay, so everyone's moving nerd to, yeah. You're moving stuff around, huh? Oh, yeah, I see. You're moving them all north. Okay. So, we're over on the next one.
I'm taking a look at the downstairs to see if I'm going to have a problem with my crossbow. Trying to determine if I'm going to be using my crossbow or the sling.
It doesn't look too much like you might have an issue. From what you can see, what you should have vision on the sheet, and on the map.
Nope.
You don't. Okay. Come on. Advanced. Okay, so his character. Let's see here. So, which characters are the ones with the dark vision?
Me and the gnome and the dwarf.
No. Okay.
Beats.
I believe mine's already auto set up for the dark vision.
I do not have dark vision.
No, mine's set for emits light 300 feet.
Yeah, because
Do
dark
not
vision.
have
Dark vision in this one doesn't have a set distance that it goes out to.
I do not have dark vision. I have low light vision.
Okay. One moment. Okay.
I think it's about time that you change the music.
Oh, right. Alright.
So you would, so there would definitely be torches out. Take a look in here. Equipment. Gear. Torch. 20 foot. Okay.
I
And
see nothing.
Let's see, where are we? I don't have any sight on. Yeah.
Okay.
Save.
I'm now a cat.
What?
Refreshing page.
So now that I've changed the music, should I relog as player?
If you want to. I trust that you're not gonna give anything away. Okay, can you two see now?
No, I have no sight on this giant black rectangle that is my
Okay.
sight.
So
Bottom
Go into the
right-hand
bottom...
corner.
Yeah, the bottom right corner.
Yeah, I'm looking at the entire thing, I have no sight.
It's Zilcho. El Zilcho.
Did you click the has sight on their particular token?
I clicked the has sight and the all players see light, and I put down that they emit 20-foot light.
What the heck?
Um,
Alright. I'll come in and help. What layer are they on? Oh, do you have them set as drawing? You do.
so what
That makes
about
it-
now?
Okay, so I just turned them off of the... Okay, so turn it off the use drawing. There we go. Can... Okay, so now when I select them, I can go to the settings for their particular token. So the skinny one was Kamish or Alcus?
Skinny
Alcus.
one is me.
Okay.
I have sight.
You have sight now?
Mm-hmm.
So Wolf, you have sight?
Okay. Oh, you also need to set the token as representing that person, otherwise they won't be able to see Jack. There. Now Wolf should be able to see.
Huh. It should have
How
already...
many spell points did
So
we
you had
determine I
it
had?
set as, yeah, so you can have it set as their token without it being set to representing them.
Okay.
Because when you set the as token part, it saves it with whatever current settings you have on it.
Okay.
I have some pertinent questions. What are the spell points for Alcus, and do cantrips cost spell points?
Cantrips do not cost spell points. The spell points for your character, those are consumed when you use your...
Well, I meant the total.
Oh, the total?
Yeah, because it looks like it's capping itself out of my CS. I don't know if that's the accurate amount.
Yeah. It is yours. We already modified. We already took care and set yours up. That is the correct maximum at the moment.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we already set yours all up. Most of the party doesn't have to worry about the spell points right now. So.
Yeah. Ow. Okay. So now that's fixed.
I think it's time for me to take a break. I'm going to get some coffee made up.
Okay.
I will let you all know when I'm back, and if you're all still available, we will continue at that time. If not, we could, and if everyone's available at the same time tomorrow, if everyone's available tomorrow at some point, we could try to do a session then.
Oh, I'm still up and running. I don't need to poof off tonight, so.
Yeah. But yeah, I need to take a quick break, get some coffee, perk myself back up because I've been up for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Over 12 hours, I'm guessing.
Well over 12 hours. I get up at 6 a.m.
5.
So I'm.
I thought it was 5.
It's 6 a.m. right now.
Okay, so you're currently at 14 hours.
In the next few weeks here, it's going to be switching back to 5 because we're going to start building the tanks again, and I'm probably going to be going back to 10-hour days at work. So,
Oy.
at that point, it'll be switching back to waking up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, so it's been 14 hours.
Yeah. So, I'm going to see if some coffee will help.
Okay. I will also be getting myself a drink.
Okay.
So you can have fun with my cat. Meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Okay.
Getting this damn thing's mouth to open is hard.
Yeah.
Meow, 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 meow. Alright. Hitting my mute button. Blah!